This is W. Ashley Park, located in the neighborhood of ᖹḵ, Saskatoon, a public space with good placemaking and placekeeping components. This is one of the few accessible all-age parks in the city that I found, and it is located at the corner of Taylor Street and Albert Avenue. The park is home to a skate park, an accessible play structure, and a stormwater management pond. The park is given a score of 4 out of 4 in the City of Saskatoon's Playground Structure and Accessibility rating. Let's jump into why it is good for placemaking and placekeeping. The location of the park is one of the first reasons. It is adjacent to an outdoor pool, a public library, a high school, and a mall. The diversity of locations and land use created good accessibility and proximity for nearby residents. They can come inside the library, grab a book, and go out to the park and enjoy reading them in the sunlight. The play structure is the most placemaking and placekeeping element of the park. Its ramp is gentle, allowing a smooth way to enjoy this structure for children, including those requiring mobility assistive devices like wheelchairs. This ramp expands to about 2/3 of the infrastructure, allowing a large area for children with limited mobility to have a chance to enjoy it. The surface on the structure is covered by rubber pads instead of sand, mulch, or rocks, allowing easy movement while decreasing the risk of injuries for children, indicating a friendly approach to play. Walking on rubber pads are easier and more stable, while falling on them won't make the child's clothes to be more dirty like when they fall on mulch or sand. This structure also features some interactive learning banners that help kids understand about water, trees, and animals. These structures enhance the learning opportunities through playing for children, while also improving their senses and visualization skills. There are also some drums that foster their creativity with sound making. These features are great placemaking and placekeeping features that allow families to come and stay and foster the cognitive and physical development for children of all ages. The skate park welcomes both skateboarders and scooters. While I was observing the area, I noticed young children, not high school students, were the ones using it the most often. The skate park is not too difficult for them, indicating how welcoming it is for younger children. One thing I truly admire is the absence of fences separating the structures, allowing the flexibility of activities for kids, which ultimately retain their interest in the area, attract more children, and even engage interactions between them. The stormwater retention pond is the newest feature added to the park in 2022. Nearby residents were quoted as "tears flow" when the pond opened. The pond, while delivering its primary goal of holding stormwater and flood protection, also gives spaces for team sports like soccer, flying disc, or football. The open area allows different options for many types of groups, from different age groups to different members. There are also some pathways that played as racetracks for small children on bikes, and I found it really adorable. They can also be used as hiking trail for elderly people. But even when the park is doing a great job at placemaking and placekeeping, there are some elements that can make it more welcoming for people. First, I wish to see more information on how these play structures were constructed, what inspired the inclusion of the structure, and how did the park ended up with the name W. Ashley. While browsing through Street View photos, I saw its appearance can go as far as 2013, but I cannot find any documents or archived news article about it, even when I searched for them in the local history room of the library. Many of the buttons for sounds did not work as I pressed them, which was pretty disappointing. There's a lack of trip-ending amenities for bikes, and this is how I parked mine every time I went there. The road next to it is too wide, with very little traffic calming or urban design elements to improve the safety for kids, as vehicles may drive by so quickly. The lack of crossings to access the park also create hurdles for nearby residents that need mobility assistance. It's like the parks and these homes are on two opposite river banks. The connectivity can also be better with more sidewalks and direct pathways connecting the structures together, as well as to the pool and the library. I saw these desired paths indicating that there are needs for people to reach the place on foot. Finally, while this park does a good job at how accessible it is, it has not yet been inclusive for all types of disabilities, especially invisible disabilities. I believe that these upgrades in the future will increase the accessibility, inclusivity, and placemaking score for the park. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next videos.